And what is up, guys? Technicals here. It's time for the weekend switch up where I take a look at my mining rigs and decide what to mine for the week. So this week we're going to include CPUs and ASICs, although those probably won't change. CPUs will, but this is mostly for GPUs. So again, I'm going to take you through the places that I look. I'm a speculative miner. I'm a yield miner on the GPU side at least, and we'll get into that. But I'm going to take a look at what the offerings are for the current week and switch my rigs. Follow along with me and be sure to let me know in the comments what you do on a day-to-day, week-to-week, month-to-month, whatever sort of basis. I'm the Technicals. Let's get into it.
The Technicals.
Before that, this video brought to you by the HiveOS security monitor, because until I get a real sponsor, I'm just going to promote things that I like. If you're like me and always setting up ad hoc computer systems or troubleshooting rigs, finding a monitor and the cables to go with it is a real pain in the ass. The HiveOS is 11.6 inches, powered by USB, and has an HDMI output. It's the perfect solution to troubleshoot on the go. Link to buy it on Amazon is in the description below. Alright, so starting out, we're over on what to mine, even though what to mine really doesn't kind of jive with the strategy I'm going for. It's nice to know what the current popular thing is. Narai at the top, big surprise there. I think Narai is kind of the default that a lot of people go to. When watching other videos, I see a lot of people are just on Narai, but they're not really talking about it as much. And again, that may be for some other reason, but I think it's just kind of, if there's no coin du jour, people just kind of default to Narai. So maybe that's the reason why, but we're not as interested in that. We're looking for the dog shit, the stuff that has had a big difficulty drop, and what to mine's not the greatest place to really find that kind of thing. So let's kind of see what's hovering down here at the bottom. Nothing particularly interesting, but I figured I'd go ahead and look at it just because that's where people go. So going over to hashrate.no, again, same thing as what to mine, not really showing me kind of what I want to see. In terms of total, we want to sort by, yeah, we'll say by revenue, because we're looking for the raw amount. Nexalia, yeah, I got beat to the punch on that one. I saw that that coin had just come out, and I decided not to do a video on it. Didn't look great to me, and now it's one of those coins. So should have done a video on Nexalia. Headed over to Bitcoin Forum. I took a brief look just before we got into this video. No brand new coins, but I did see one that maybe like, oh, a brand new CPU coin. I'm going to do a video on that, but you know, I've never seen this before. One or more Bitcoin Talk users have reported they strongly believe the creator of this topic is a scammer, a scam warning from Bitcoin Talk forums themselves. It's for a Binarium Ghostwriter coin, just announced today, not that long ago. No comments yet, but I'm going to keep an eye on this, and if it turns out that people are doing it, I'm in the, well, I'm not in the Discord, but I'll keep an eye on it, and if it shows any sort of promise whatsoever, expect a video. No real activity over on our plant. They haven't really added any new, any brand new coins yet. Voltaic was the last coin that they had added, and we did a video on that earlier this week. We did mine some Voltaic, but we pulled off after about 24 hours and went back to statics, I think is what it was that we were mining the previous week. So got a little bit of the Voltaic, looking at the net hash, it's kind of coming down a little bit, so maybe a good opportunity if you missed the boat or were looking at it when the hash rate was really high. Maybe you can jump back on it if you're interested in getting some extra Voltaic. Miningpoolstats.stream, my favorite place to go to look for yield coins. So everything's really small, but it should get bigger. What we're going to do is we're going to go by difficulty change on 7 days. So I take that and then I sort by ascending. And then I start looking. I can't see. It's too small. It's a damn ultra-wide monitor. That's that's the problem with ultra-wide monitors. It screws up all the resolutions. All right. So taking a look, when you sort by ascending here at the very end of the list, there's a lot of no datas. But I'm gonna, through this section that has no data, I'm gonna look at the volume to see if there's any sort of promise here, and also take a look at the algorithm to see if it's even worth looking into. Not seeing too much there. All right, here we go. Smart Cash, wow. I was big on Smart Cash many years ago. 100% drop in their network hash rate. I guess the network went down or something like that, or did they finally just decide to give up? Uncertain. $130 in volume. Wow, how the mighty have fallen. When I get here into the ones showing the difficulty changes, from there I start looking at the volume category, because if I'm going to mine a whole bunch of these coins, I want to make sure that there's some activity there on the exchanges. So if I do want to sell it, I know that I can sell it, because it doesn't make sense if no one's buying this stuff. And then if I find anything that has volume, I look at the algorithm, obviously, because I'm only interested in GPU mineable coins. That's all I'm really looking for right now. I'm not looking at CPU mineable coins. We'll get into that here in a second. Goddamn Smarty coin, the one I did the video on that I thought was just garbage, not gonna touch it at all on Yes Power. $34,000 in volume, and it spiked 152% and sustained. But net hash is down 68%. So if you want to give Smarty coin a try, go for it. Static coin, what we were on last week, what we decided to go on, losing another 20% off its price from where it went down last week, and another 35% of its difficulty. So a potential contender there, although I think maybe I got my fill of it. I'm not sure I want to stay on Statics, because I kind of looking for something with a bit more potential, because I'm getting a little nervous about Statics. Here's Meow coin on Kapal. Someone asked about that in the comments. Obviously a meme coin. Just, someone asked about it in the comments, but I haven't really seen much about it everywhere else. I mean, I'm assuming fits into the category with like Pepe coin and things like that. We'll put it on the maybe list for the end and see, but I'm thinking, no, let's not put it on the maybe list. I'm not going to mine that shit. Here's one Xano. Haven't touched that at all. It's on ProgPal Z, losing 25% of its net hash and only 3% of its price, with close to $80,000 in volume. So that's a potential. Paprika losing 25%, but spiking 65% on price. But just a touch over, like $1,600 in volume. So not a lot of volume there. One big buy order is enough to probably spike that price up on whatever exchange has the most amount of volume. So I'm not taking that too much into consideration. Carlson, I didn't mind. I mined in the very, very beginning, but I didn't mind a whole lot. Too many people were on it. But $250,000 in volume, 20% drop in hash. Maybe get back on Carlson. Not sure. Putting it on the maybe list. A lot of these coins now are only showing about a less than 10% drop in their network difficulty. The ones that I'm pretty far down on the list, because the market's going up. Market's going up pretty good. Bitcoin's going up pretty good. So typically altcoins will follow, or be interlinked within cells, interlinked in some way. So it's going to be a bit more difficult for me to figure this out. Although I did want to take a look at Alium. All right, so it's not giving me the data here. I'm taking a look at Alium on MinerStat. So this goes against my strategy. I'm not supposed to mine stuff that has high difficulty, and it is firmly in the high range. Kind of near all-time highs in terms of difficulty. But everybody talking about Alium, I have none. I have not mined it. I'm kind of interested in getting a bag of it. So it wouldn't be me if I didn't break my own rules. We're gonna mine Alium this week because I want a bag of Malefium. All right, we're all set up over here on my HiveOS. I went through and made a wallet. I downloaded the wallet and got all set up on that. Created a wallet in HiveOS, set up a flight sheet. There are plenty of videos that show you how to do that. If you're interested in me talking about that while in these videos, I'm very glad to do it if you agree to watch. But anyway, we're up and mining on Alium. We've been going for a little bit now. Pulling about 6.2 gigahash, not a lot. Only got the 3 cards, but I do want to collect some Alium just in case it goes to somewhere. So that's what we're going to mine this week. All right, and so in terms of, whoa, that's way too close. That's much better. No one wants to see me that close. So in terms of what we're going to do with the ASIC, the SHA-256 ASICs are staying on Bitcoin on F2 pool, and the KSO Pro, obviously mining Caspa on Caspa pool. So we're going to continue doing experiments with that. And so for the CPUs this week, I'm going to change up my strategy a little bit with the CPUs. For the GPUs, I'm going to be purely speculative. So speculative coins, that's just what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this weekly switch up where I kind of, roll the dice on, what I think is going to happen with the GPU mineable coins. But with the CPUs, as I was looking at it, and I may do a separate video for this, I was looking at the ROI times on these CPUs, and they're pretty low. So I think what I want to do is put it on an auto-switching platform like Nicehash or Unmineable, and then cash that straight out into Bitcoin, because I know Bitcoin can only really go 2 or 3x but that cuts my ROI time to like a year or less. So I'm cool with that, and because the CPUs I just want to set and forget. There's too many other things going on, having to pay attention to all these different coins on different, sort of mining methods. I'd prefer to just put them on a automatic switching platform. So that's what I'm going to do, and that may change as we move through and evolve things. So I'm going to put them up on Unmineable right here. Right now, again, it's only the 7950X3D and the 5900X. The Threadripper is not involved. It's on eBay. If you want to buy it, go buy it. It's on eBay right now. But I think another thing I'm going to do is the next build I do will probably be another CPU build, because they're very easy to get set up, and the profits on them are pretty good. I'd much rather do that than roll those funds into another GPU, because I'm running into headroom issues with power in my rig, and I'm not really ready to expand into like an Octominer and put it out in the building. I'd rather keep it in my rack for now. So that's the strategy with the CPUs. We got the ASICs on what they go on, and for this week the GPUs are going to be on Alium. I'd be highly interested to know what you guys are doing for this week, or if you go day to day, if you chase the most profitable coin, if you cash it out on a day-to-day basis and then use that to buy speculative coins. A lot of people seem to do that. A lot of people suggesting I do that, but I just don't have the goddamn time to do that. That takes a lot of time to pay attention to, and I got other things going on. I'm trying to keep things as simple as I possibly can, and I know that in this space that is exceedingly difficult to do. If you've got a method that works out for you, let me know in the comments below. Be sure to give this video a like and do everything you can to help me grow the channel. I certainly appreciate you guys stopping by and watching this far into the video. I'm TheTechnicals. See you next time.